Ah, good evening. It's time now to let the world slip away, isn't it? To step into the story of the ripple of light, a bedtime fable for grown souls that will guide you gently into rest. Wherever you are, begin by settling yourself. Notice how your body is supported right now. Feel the gentle weight of it as you allow tension to melt away bit by bit, breath by breath. And now, let me take you to a different world, a quieter world, where you'll find something you didn't even know you were searching for. I invite you now to settle in, to let your body find that perfect position of rest, to let your breath slow down, to let your mind gently soften and your heart gently open. This story is just for you, a warm light to carry you into a state of deep peace and calm reflection. As you listen, you may notice your eyelids growing heavy, the weight of the day falling away, and the sweet embrace of stillness gently gathering around you. And so, we begin. Once upon a time, in a quiet village, nestled in the curve of an emerald valley, there lived a humble woman named Mira. Mira wasn't particularly noticed by the bustling world around her. She lived in a modest cottage with peeling white paint and a slanted roof at the edge of a cobblestone lane. She spent her days tending a small garden where the bees hummed softly among the lavender and the tomatoes ripened slowly under the sun. Mira had a way about her. She was quiet, yet her presence felt like the warmth of sunlight falling through a window pane. She wasn't wealthy, she wasn't grand, and she didn't strive to be. She simply was. And yet, there was something she carried within her that others didn't notice at first. One cool morning, Mira stepped into the crisp air to collect water from the well in the village square. As she approached, she noticed a man she hadn't seen before. His clothing tattered, his shoulders slumped like a bent tree under the weight of storms. His hands trembled as he attempted to drink from his cupped palms. Mira paused. She could have walked on by. Many others did, with distracted glances and hurried steps. But Mira, without hesitation, placed her bucket by the well and offered him a smile. Not a forced smile or one of pity, but a smile as sincere as the dawn. "Would you like some water?" she asked softly, her voice as calm as the ripple of water across a still pond. The man looked up, startled. He nodded, and she filled her bucket, offering him a clean tin cup she kept tied to the handle. He drank deeply, murmuring thanks between gulps. Mira didn't press him with questions. She didn't need to know why he was there or where he had come from. She simply refilled the cup again and again until he had drunk his fill. When he finally stood to leave, there was something in his eyes, a flicker of light, faint but real, like the first star peeking through at twilight. He didn't say much, only nodded and walked away down the cobblestone lane. Mira returned home to her garden, thinking little of it. But that single moment, that seemingly small act of kindness, became a stone tossed into the great pond of life, sending ripples far and wide. The man, whose name was Elias, walked on until he reached the next village. There, he came across a young boy sitting on the roadside, crying over a broken wooden cart. The boy's father was nowhere to be seen, and the child's face was streaked with tears. Elias, still warmed by the simple generosity he had been shown, stopped. He knelt down beside the boy and asked, "What's wrong, lad?" The boy sniffled and explained that his father needed the cart to carry apples to the market, and now it was broken. Without much thought, Elias began to repair the cart. His hands, and though weathered, were skilled, and soon the boy's sobs turned into quiet sniffles, then into shy smiles as the cart was made whole again. When the boy's father returned, his gratitude was immense. "I can't repay you," he said. Elias shook his head. "No need. Someone was kind to me today. I'm just passing it on." The boy's father, a farmer named Joran, carried his apples to market that afternoon. On the way, he encountered an old woman struggling to carry a basket of laundry up the hill. Though he was already running late, Joran felt a tug in his heart, a reminder of Elias's generosity. He stopped his cart and helped the woman carry her load all the way to her doorstep. The old woman, grateful and surprised, offered him a loaf of freshly baked bread in return. Joran smiled and accepted, but as he walked back to his cart, he noticed a beggar sitting near the market gate, frail and hollow-eyed. Without hesitation, Joran broke the bread in two and offered half to the beggar, who stared at him in disbelief before taking it with trembling hands. And so, the ripple spread further still. One act led to another, and another, and another. The beggar, who had not tasted kindness in years, found the strength to rise that evening and walk into the village square, where he offered to help sweep the streets in exchange for a warm bowl of stew. The innkeeper, moved by his willingness, gave him not only food, but also a place to rest for the night. The innkeeper, inspired by the beggar's humility, decided the next morning to forgive an old debt owed by a struggling widow. The widow, freed from worry, baked a batch of honey cakes and delivered them to the schoolhouse, where the children laughed and cheered at the unexpected treat. And on it went, like a golden thread weaving through the fabric of the village. That one small act of kindness, Mira's offer of water to a weary stranger, wove itself into the lives of countless others, creating a tapestry of warmth, connection, and light. Days later, the man named Elias found himself returning to Mira's cottage. He knocked gently on the weathered wooden door, unsure of what he wanted to say, but feeling drawn back to the place where it had all begun. Mira opened the door, her face soft with recognition. "Ah," she said simply, "welcome back." Elias stood there for a moment, struggling to find the words. "I wanted to thank you," he finally said. "Not just for the water, but for everything that followed. You couldn't have known, but that small kindness, You showed me. It changed everything. Mira smiled, her eyes crinkling at the corners. That's the thing about kindness, she said gently. It doesn't stay small. It grows. It ripples out into the world, touching places we'll never see. And so, my dear listener, as you lay here now, breathing softly, deeply, letting the warmth of this story settle in your heart, imagine the ripples of kindness you've given, the moments you've shared. Perhaps some were so small, you've forgotten them, but they remain, moving through the world, unseen, yet powerful. With each breath you take, you can feel that quiet truth settle within you. Even the simplest acts of love can shape the world in ways beyond your imagination. And just as Mira planted seeds in her garden, you too plant seeds in the lives of others, simply by being kind. And as you drift now into a deep and restful sleep, you can carry with you this feeling of connection, this gentle awareness that you are part of something vast, something beautiful, a ripple of light in the great, endless pond of life. Sleep well, dear one. The world is brighter because of you. Now that Mira's story has come to an end, you can take a moment to notice how peaceful you feel inside, how the river of her story seems to flow gently within you, soothing every part of your mind and body. You might imagine that you, too, are sitting by that same river now, the gentle sound of the water wrapping around you like a soft, calming blanket. Take a long, low breath in, and as you exhale, imagine yourself settling down beside the river, letting its soothing energy carry away anything you no longer need. Feel the ground beneath you, soft and warm and perfectly supportive. The gentle sound of the water moving over smooth stones creates a rhythmic lullaby, a song of the earth itself flowing through you and around you. With every breath you take, the river's song washes away any remaining tension. Feel your shoulders sink a little deeper. Feel the muscles in your face soften completely. Your jaw unclenches and your forehead smooths out as though a cool, refreshing breeze is brushing away any last trace of the day. Here, by the river, there is nothing to control, nothing to plan, nothing to resist. The river flows effortlessly, just as you can. Now, allow yourself to rest effortlessly. And as you listen, you might notice that the river has a way of helping. You let go. Imagine each little worry, each lingering thought, like a leaf resting on the surface of the water. One by one, those leaves are carried downstream. You don't need to hold on to them. You don't need to chase them. Just watch them drift away, farther and farther downstream, until they disappear completely. With each breath, you feel lighter and lighter, as though the river is not only carrying away with your thoughts, but also filling you with calm and ease. The sound of the water, the gentle rhythm of your breath, the steady beating of your heart, all of it flows together, harmonizing perfectly, guiding you toward deep rest. Now, Let's go even deeper. Close your eyes, in your mind's eye, if they aren't already closed, and imagine a golden light glowing deep within you. It begins as a soft, warm ember in the center of your chest. This golden light is comforting, gentle, and safe, like the glow of a candle in a darkened room. With every breath you take, you can feel the golden light growing stronger, brighter, and warmer, spreading outward. Feel it spreading down through your arms, all the way to your fingertips, down through your legs, all the way to your toes, up through your neck and face, softening everything it touches, bringing calm to every part of your body. And as this golden light flows through you, it seems to shimmer and ripple, just like the surface of the river. You can feel its soothing energy filling you completely, creating a deep sense of comfort, relaxation, and ease. Now imagine this golden light expanding beyond you, surrounding you in a soft, glowing cocoon. It wraps around you like a warm blanket, keeping you safe and comfortable. Within this cocoon, nothing can disturb you. Nothing can reach you. Here, you are protected, you are at peace, and you are free to let go completely. Feel yourself sinking even deeper into this peaceful space, as though the golden light is gently pulling you closer and closer to sleep. With each breath, you drift a little deeper and a little deeper into calm, into rest, into the perfect stillness of this moment. And now, allow your mind to wander. Imagine yourself standing beside Mira's river once more. The water flows effortlessly, winding its way around rocks and bends, always moving, always trusting the path ahead. You might see the sunlight glinting on its surface, hear the soft ripple of the current, and feel the cool mist that rises from the water. The river asks for nothing. It doesn't fight its path. It doesn't resist. It simply flows. And as you watch the river, you might realize that you, too, can flow. There's nothing to hold on to. There's nothing you need to force. Just like the river, you can surrender to the natural rhythm of life and trust that you are being carried exactly where you need to go. And as you embrace this feeling, notice how much lighter you feel. Your body is soft, heavy, and completely at ease. Your mind is quiet and calm, like the still surface of a hidden pool. And your breath flows naturally, effortlessly, just like the river. Now, imagine that the river begins to shimmer with the golden light that surrounds you. The water glows softly, its light spreading into the air, into the trees, into the sky, and filling every part of your surroundings. You are wrapped in this glow, a part of this beautiful, peaceful flow. And as you rest here, you can imagine yourself drifting along the river now. It carries you effortlessly, cradling you like a leaf floating on its surface. The current is slow and gentle, guiding you to a place of deep rest and peaceful dreams. You don't need to steer. You don't need to guide it. You can simply relax and let the river carry you, drifting, floating, flowing deeper and deeper into relaxation. And now, as you drift further, let yourself imagine the dreams that await you tonight. Perhaps you'll dream of walking through Mira's forest, feeling the soft moss beneath your feet and the sunlight filtering through the trees. Or perhaps you'll dream of the river itself, flowing endlessly toward a horizon painted in golden light. Whatever dreams come to you tonight, know that they will be peaceful, gentle, and healing. You are safe. You are at peace. You are flowing with the rhythm of life effortlessly and naturally. And as you drift into sleep, the lesson of Mira's story stays with you. True peace comes from letting go. True rest comes from surrendering to the flow of life. There's nothing more to do now. There's nothing more to think about. You are exactly where you need to be, and the river of life will carry you the rest of the way. Feel yourself sinking deeper now, heavier and heavier, more relaxed than you've ever been. Let the river hold you, guide you, and carry you into the deepest, most restful sleep. There is nothing left to do now. Nowhere to go, nowhere to be. Only this moment, this gentle surrender as you sink deeper and deeper into the soft embrace of sleep. Feel yourself floating now, drifting effortlessly, as if cradled by a warm, endless current, a river of quiet dreams, smooth and steady, carrying you further and further into the stillness of the night. Above you, the stars glimmer softly, their light shimmering on the water's surface. A quiet lullaby woven from silver and moonlight, whispering you into peaceful slumber. Each breath guides you deeper, softer, slower, your breath and the night moving together in perfect harmony. Listen to the stillness around you. Feel the safety of this moment, wrapped in warmth, wrapped in peace, everything slowing, quieting. Thoughts drifting away, dissolving, like ripples disappearing into a calm sea. The world of dreams is waiting for you now, a place beyond time, beyond thought, where you can rest completely, renewing, restoring, floating deeper and deeper, weightless, free, held by the gentle arms of the night. Sleep is here now, soft, endless, all-encompassing, like a gentle wave of tranquility washing over you. And as you drift even further, everything fades, blurring into softness, into quiet, into peace, until all that remains is the silent rhythm of your breath, guiding you, holding you, carrying you through the night. Rest now, deeply, fully, surrendering to sleep's embrace, until the gentle light of morning touches you, refreshed, renewed, completely at peace. But for now, simply Sleep. Good night. Sleep well. And may your dreams be as calm and peaceful as the flowing river.